my legs. I don't know what to think, but here we are in this ring. It seems so far from the truth, and I go hide in the booth. Can you feel the movement or spin? Can you see the curvature bend? Do you see when they spray the skies and they make up lies and do it again? Man, who's really in charge? How long has the lie been hidden? How long has time been broken? Cause every season is different. They tell you climate is changing. They say the global is warming. They think you'll need a vaccine, otherwise you'll die without warning. God put the stars, the sun, and the moon in the same sky. God put the devil on earth and let us reside at the same time. Maybe because angels betrayed God all over a slut lust. Then there was a reset, some of us call it a mud flood. Firmament permanently fixed to a plane, perfectly placed, impervious escape for the human race. This is God's work, so ask God first every day. And it's not curved, it is straight. It is not a planet, it's a plate. This the other side of Hell's Gate.
What is up, my dude?
Bro.
Hold your applause. Hold
Bro.
your applause. What?
Bro. What's today?
What is it? August 5th?
No, but what's really today? Why are we here, bro?
Because it's episode 156, which is officially 3 years of Phone Booth Podcast. That's why we're here.
Oh. Through the ups and downs, the twists and the turns.
Was that a joke because I went down to the side to pick up my phone?
Not that at all. It's been a magical journey.
It's been a roller coaster of love, bro. That's
yes. Oh, all right. I like that. Yes. Mr. Anthony Kiedis, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, it's Stevie Wonder, I think, first, bro.
Was that the original one? All right,
I think so.
The cheesier one
Stevie Wonder did it after.
So it was even older than that.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh.
Gotcha, bitch.
How would he know it's a roller coaster of love? He can't fucking see.
Yes, he can. Come on. Let's not. But anyway, yes, it is officially 3 years of this bullshit. Hopefully, some of you have been listening all 3 years. You probably missed a couple episodes. I don't mind if you missed most of them with Vince. But now, we're back in full effect, and it's going to be fucking great. With the last few episodes have been awesome. But
Yes.
Because it is 3 years, it's about damn time that we talk about time travel.
Oh,
So-
shit. Oh, shit.
Before we get into that, I'm so unprepared because I'm excited about, and
Bro, Grove.
yes, exactly. I am excited about Bro Grove because it's happening. We leave the day after tomorrow to go up there. We're going to be kicking it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a grand old time. I don't know. A couple people have DM'd me and said, "Hey, I'm going to be there." I'm like, cool.
That's so cool, man.
Hope you're not psychotic. Also.
Right?
So-
It
No,
is that,
it'll be
like, Catch-22. It's like, oh, I get to see you in person. Oh, I get to see you in person.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It'll be like
I'm sure it's going to be just fine, bro.
I forget the name of those old movies, but you know, one of the crazy stalker ones. I just don't know. I don't know which dude it's gonna be, so we'll see. I'm very short, so. But
Before we start,
yes,
we gotta tell people to go to
I gotta
phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, where you're gonna find all kinds of goodies,
a bunch of good stuff, a bunch
episodes
of good stuff,
from all kinds of podcasts.
and also newly, you won't find bullcrap on here.
Oh, it's been
Just
cleaned
saying,
up.
it's been cleaned up.
It would be like Bleach Bit. You take a rag and you wipe it down.
Yeah. But make sure that you check out this episode right here with our boy Dan Blue, and there may be much more with him to come. So, and also check out this one over here with Here's the Thing with Jonah is the guest. That's a good one. They're talking about if Hitler is black. And I know that sounds crazy on its space, but they actually get into, because there is a thing about it. It'll make sense. Just watch it. And tune into the Mainstream Mondays, because those are great.
Oh, they are. Yes.
And then
more mainstream Mondays.
go to canambullion.com for all your gold, silver, platinum coins, bars, and bullion. Also, it's up today. It's up. So people who bought last time we were on, what was it? Was it Monday? No, I wasn't on Monday. So Saturday night, it's up like $6 since then. $6 an ounce, something like that. Because it was in the low 50s, mid 50s. Remember, bro?
Should I do it? Should I do it because you told me, or should I do it?
No, just because it makes sense. I'm not a financial advisor, bro. I'm just telling you what I did.
Yeah, be
and
full,
what
bro.
smart people like me did. That's all.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. So go there, buy some stuff, put it in your cart, buy it right away. Don't let it hang out and then think it's going to be the same price, because as you saw, it went up. So you're not going to get it at the price when you decided to put it in your cart and then not get around to it.
You could also put a bunch of them in a sock, and it becomes a nice weapon for the apocalypse. So
it does. It'll knock a MFer out, and you can spend it later.
There you go.
All right. So
Let's
now that that's out of the way,
into it.
this is going to be a fun one. Short
years.
and sweet. We're going to get through it. 3 years, and we've never really talked about time travel. We've touched on it. We've never had an episode about it, though. About it. And now we're getting ready to. So,
I just want to say for the record, like, I know I've been Mr. fucking I don't know about like a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Like, but
yeah.
I don't know. This one I still might be convinced that it could happen. That there are people time traveling.
You know what I find fascinating is that if time travel will ever be possible, it's already possible.
Mm-hmm. It's already been done.
Yeah, because if it was ever done, someone came back and gave it to someone in their family at some point or something and let them use it, or did something along those lines. And even if not, them just coming back to now, existing now, would mean that time travel exists now also. So,
good point. Great point.
It definitely exists.
Yeah, shit's so crazy right now. There had to have been some ripples. Someone's been fucking with something. Just saying.
Well, you know, there's a lot of something's being fucked with every day, and we see it. So, let's start with your video, I guess.
Okay.
Because, yeah, and make sure you put it back to the beginning. Oh, that's the loading bar. It's still not done loading, maybe?
What? No way, bro. Let's run it.
No way, dude. All right, hold on. Let me put it full screen.
Okay.
Okay, so what's happening here? What are we looking at?
We're going to look into something to do with a certain someone's son and someone that may or may not be president and may or may not be a time traveler.
It's funny because unrelatedly, which I don't think is a word, unrelated.
Sounds good to me.
One of the other ones kind of tie back to him as well.
Something always does. It's really weird. It's like our good friend Biff Don, a.k.a. Biff, a.k.a. I can't keep up with the name changes.
I think he's back to Biff Don now.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, he is.
Smart.
He's back to
he
Biff
went
Don.
full circle, traveled through time, came back, took the old name back, and now he's kicking ass. Yes.
He'll change it again. But
true.
All right, let's roll it. Let's see.
Let's go.
That there is a possibility of time travel. Or, on the other hand, there are some books out there that seem to suggest that predictive programming has been going on for quite some time. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'm just going to give you a couple of examples first. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Baron Trump novels. This is something that I learned about several years ago, and it's something that amazed me, but I haven't really thought about it for quite a while until I came across this information about the Titanic. So first, let's read a little bit about these Baron Trump novels, because the Baron Trump novels, they were not written about Donald Trump's son, at least I don't think so, because they were written in 1889 and 1893. But there are a lot of very disconcerting similarities between these novels and Baron Trump, who is Donald Trump's son. So let's just read a little bit about this. The Baron Trump novels are two children's novels written in 1889 and 1893 by American author and lawyer Ingersoll Lockwood. They remained
What
obscure
an
until
odd name, by the way.
2017 when they
Yeah.
received media attention for perceived
I thought it was
similarities
a
between their
company name.
protagonist and
Me
U.S.
too.
President Donald Trump. And that is probably when I first heard about it. It was probably 2017. That's actually when I woke up to a lot of things. But anyway, Lockwood published the first novel, Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump and His Wonderful Dog, Bulger, in 1889, and its sequel, Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, in 1893. The novels recount the adventures of the German boy Wilhelm Heinrich Sebastian von Trump, who goes by Baron Trump, as he discovers weird underground civilizations, offends the natives, flees from his entanglements with local women, and repeats this pattern until arriving back home at Castle Trump. The novels were part of a trend in U.S. children's literature that responded to the demand for fantastic adventure stories. There are certain
Okay. So that's just an overview of the book.
I thought your shit would be more informative than that.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
You let me
but
down.
I
But
did.
you know, so you know more of it than I do. So what the hell's going on there? How is all that happening, and how's that all tied together and makes so much sense? And then
They claim that this is actually about Baron Trump and his uncle, and it all ties in with Trump's uncle and getting the stuff from. Help me
Tesla?
out here, Tesla. Thank you very much.
well, they
time
also
travel.
got the DeLorean estate too, but
Well, I mean, shit. That's kind of fucking weird, but no. But anyway,
follow Biff Don. But yeah,
shameless plug. Yes. So anyway, yeah. Supposedly there was some stuff there, even though they said they found nothing and it was all junk and crap and it was thrown away. I
Yeah.
have a feeling that Donald Trump's uncle somehow put that stuff aside, and there was some plans.
was his
for-
name John, or was that
John
his
Trump,
grandfather?
yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was his
you.
grandfather or his uncle.
There's so many names to remember.
I know. I
But
don't care.
but seeing as though there's always references to time travel with Trump, Barron's just a weird fucking dude. He's like
He's
8
a
foot tall.
fucking- a neffy.
Yeah, and
Ugh.
you can't help but wonder there may be something going on there.
There may be. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my lights.
That's
They're
okay.
blinding me tonight for some reason. I'm cooked, man.
Me too, but
Whooping my ass. But yeah, so
this Ingersoll Lockwood guy
What-
seems to be on point with these these books, and they're talking about underground like places, and you know how it's been big with the dumbs, and like there's just too many
Yeah.
coincidences going on to kind of just turn it away. Now, in
but
the past,
to be fair, we don't even know that this dude actually existed.
I was gonna say in the past I've definitely criticized this big time as far as like anybody could put a book up on Amazon. Are there any hard copies? People have shown supposed pictures of the hard copies.
Yeah, but
But there's a
even
lot of
if
hoaxsters.
it is legit, yeah, that's the thing. It's from so long ago. Even if it is legit, there might not be a hard copy because I'm sure it wasn't a fucking bestseller. There wasn't
Right.
copies
Nobody
everywhere.
did shit about it until this
I
whole
know.
Trump thing, until
Exactly.
Q and everything else. There's always a tie, right? There's always has to be some sort of supernatural tie with Trump and his kid and Melania and the whole nine. You know?
Did you just call her Bologna?
No, but that's a good one, Bologna.
Bologna?
Mm-hmm.
Bologna. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you think it's...
It's weird.
Well, yeah, it's definitely weird. That's
I mean,
affirmative.
how do we know that Trump didn't name his kid off after the book? Maybe he's a fan of the book and he's like, oh,
That's true.
you know, because Trump,
That's
anything
true.
Trump it's like that's my shit. I'm Trump.
I was going to say, if his name was in it and he had heard about it at some point, he could have.
If it was really real and it was been around that long, who knows that maybe Trump's parents read it to him as a kid or got it from him as a kid or some shit like that, and here we go. You know,
Possibly. I don't know, man.
there's not a lot of Trumps though. That's the fucking issue. It's like there's not a lot of people running around with the name Trump.
That's true.
Or at least maybe it's because Donald's just the loudest one in the room, in any room.
Yeah, but how often do you, like there's other people even with weirder names, I think, or I can't say less common because that's the whole point of this, but like names that I think sound stranger that like you come across and you're like, "Oh shit, that person has the same last name as that person." It's never happened with Trump to me ever.
No, not that I can
Never met
recall.
anybody with the last name Trump.
No. And I think that's why a lot of like the Bible thumpers and all that, they latch onto this shit with Revelation,
Bloodline.
the trumpets, and Trump, trumpets. You know what I mean? Like everything is revolved around that
Trumpets.
name, you know.
He's I don't know.
So,
He's fucking. There's something about him,
well,
but so I don't know.
If Tesla did discover time travel, or invented or figured out how to tap into it, maybe it was something that was already there and he figured out how to tap into it,
Well,
then the story is gonna get really interesting because they say that this is an alternate timeline that Trump and his team intervened in what would have been a disaster for us.
of course.
If
You'll
Hillary
never
won.
know.
I know you'll never know. And,
But I mean, that's how it be with time travel, bro. That's how it be. You can't fight that. Fuck, man. So, Tesla stuff, I don't know. I do think I had a different order, but it really doesn't matter since we talked about Tesla. The one of the ones I had are tied to Tesla. So, this one's a little bit crazy. I mean, they're all a little bit crazy, I guess. But you can actually even look it up because the dude supposedly, I saw an interview a long time ago with him. He's a little weird. I think he's the guy I have a video of also. But before I play the video, because he comes off even crazier if you don't know the fucking story, he was supposedly part of Project Pegasus. Like, he didn't know that at the time, but it was when he was a kid. And so he got recruited through schools, just like they do that shit, the gifted or whatever. Or they come in and they do those tests and they like
I've
try
never
to
had that done.
yeah, I know, and try to weed the people out and see who's who, and then and so he says that he was being, what did he call it? He's
Groomed?
being recruited to be what?
Groomed.
No, a
In a-
chrononaut. So like an astronaut, but chrono, like time, chrononaut.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. I
So he claims. Let me see if I can find the fucking
see.
picture.
What a word. Yes, I am a chrononaut.
So he, the reason I brought him up is actually Tesla has a tie to fucking two of these. But he claims, I'm pretty sure that he, let me see if I can find a clip from it. I'm pretty sure he claims that he saw a Tesla, what we've heard of as a Tesla teleporter.
Okay.
And you seen the picture? I'm sure I can find one. Hold up. Let me do this right.
Tesla,
Of the
teleporter.
oh, you finna look it up?
No physical Tesla teleporter exists.
Yeah.
Thanks, AI. I appreciate that, bro. Let me get.
Oh, here I found one. Hold on, let me see.
one?
I can just. Well, no, I didn't find a picture of the Tesla teleporter because I tried to earlier and I couldn't find one. So maybe if you could find one, but the way the dude described it was like just like those towers we know. Hold on, let me see.
Looks
That's
like a
what I
bird
found.
cage. Looks like a bird cage, kind of with.
This right here.
Okay.
You see it?
Yes, that's the one I see. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the same one. Gotcha.
Yeah. So That.
Hold on. Go back to that image.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Hold on, bro. Did I see? Is that a star of Remfram in the fucking cage, bro?
Oh god.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit, bro.
Oh my god. Okay.
Shit just got weirder.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a still shot from that. What's weird is because
Look at that. That's so fucking plain as day.
and this is the iconic picture of him too.
Oh, fuck.
I can't even, my notebook's full of time travel shit. I can't even write down the fucking timestamp. I gotta remember. Oh, God, man. Wow. So.
I'll write it down.
I got it.
All
Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy.
That's right
Your
there,
eyeball
dude.
picked up on that. That's freaking right.
I mean, Star of David. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you should have. Rewind. Oh, that's crazy. Say it. What is that?
This looks like a Star of David.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
We love Israel. It's right there. Anyway. So, yeah, that great eye there, bro. Honestly, that was pretty wild stuff, man.
Stuff like that just jumps out at me, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, that was in high school. When she jumped out and latched on you.
Hey.
The Star of David. Anyway.
I was an NPC then. I have a pass.
So he describes 2 towers like that. Like
Okay.
2 of them next to each other, floor to ceiling, some shit. Anyway. But I bet, so his name, what is it? Andrew Bashago, but Basiago. So I'm gonna see. Let's see if I can find a clip of him real quick, but because I have one, I found a clip of him later in life, but I want to see if I can find.
So he never like got in the time machine and didn't come back. Like he didn't do one of those fucking things.
Well, I mean, wait and see. What
Oh
you think.
shit! Never mind.
No, I'm just saying he sound like, especially
Well,
if
I've
you
heard
think
these
time
guys
travel's
before.
crazy.
They're like, oh, and there was like that one kid that kept trying to make the time machine thing or something, and then like he fucking disappeared. He finally made it, and then he disappeared.
Well, I mean, that's the logical conclusion that it's gonna come to.
Okay.
They're gonna disappear, right?
Oh, true. That's a
if they're
good point.
successful.
That's a good point. Doesn't necessarily mean they teleported anywhere. They might have just teleported to a grave. So.
I'm trying to see if I can find, because I just want to find a short clip of him.
Well,
Just a short clip.
what's the clip that you had? Is too long?
Well, that one's of him being wacky, but I was hoping to find a clip
dude,
about.
Isn't that what we're about? I don't want to see some fucking normal.
No, I'm gonna show the one of him being wacky. I was trying
Okay.
to show one of him explaining the experience normal as a normal thing, but I can't seem to find one of those. But anyway, so he said he went, and the thing that I saw, he said he went in, and this is a while ago, so I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
Got not picked up, but got chosen through school. They ended up going to this place. He saw the Tesla teleporter, which I guess is what they use to time travel, because time travel or teleporting not only meant a place, it meant a time. So
Okay.
he claims that, he claims he went back and hold on, I think that might be what this video is about. That he went back and intervened in something, and
Really?
yeah. But hold on, let's just listen and see if this is the one that I'm thinking of.
You were born in 1961 and you were placed in Project Pegasus, and you went back and intervened so that a second past event occurred, and you then changed history on that timeline? And the answer to that is no. I was sent back. I mean, the sine qua non, the essential thing of time travel is that you visit the actual past or future. So what happened is that I had intervened there when Washington and convinced Washington to retreat from New York Harbor. But then later in time, I provided the causation for that effect. In other words, I went ultimately in the future back to the past and retrocausally caused George Washington to make that decision in real time.
Oh.
So in the same way that the plasma confinement chamber sent me to Gettysburg on the day, the first time and only time that Lincoln gave that address on our timeline, I was sent and advised Washington to retreat from New York Harbor on the day that he made that decision. How did that work? Did the event happen?
So that's why I said he sounds wacky now, because he's not really making sense to me. Like, that's just a bunch of words, and I kind of get what he's saying, because it's like, oh, if you cause something to change, how could you be born after it, because you'd go back and then it changed, whatever. I get all that, but just his answer.
He had
was,
a little bit of a word salad there that he jumbled through, and
Yeah.
you know, some jargon that he
jargon,
knows,
time travel.
Yeah, that he knows that nobody's gonna really understand, so they won't question it. However, I see what he's talking about.
I would have questioned it.
So, what is the point of the retreat? What changed? Did he fucking touch on that?
I guess you'd have to know history. You'd have to know what happened. It's something.
I don't
where
believe history.
Where
though,
he
so-
he didn't cross the Delaware or whatever, or
Right.
did whatever, and blah, blah,
But what
blah.
if
I don't know.
like everything we've been told is a fucking lie?
Well, it is. I mean, there's that. Well, that's something else we get into later.
Okay.
Touches on that and why we don't.
Okay.
But so the reason that this dude is anything to begin with is because there's a famous picture. I forget. There's a name for it, but it's named after the lady who like found Lincoln in it with the magnifying glass, who works for the Library of Congress or some shit like that.
Okay.
You know how like they name a star after the person who discovers
course.
it? Well, she was just going through like in the 40s or 50s or some shit, just going through frames, and it's a crowd of people, far shot, and she realized that it was a picture of Lincoln while he was giving the Gettysburg Address. Like, they knew that they were photos from it, but nobody knew Lincoln was in it. Anyway, she found it's named after her. But he claims that he's in that picture because there's there's one later that's weird too that I don't know. But he claims he's in that picture.
Okay.
And he points himself out and that he was there just to observe. And I have that picture, I think. Let me see.
He's
Yes,
there with
this
like
is
a
it.
camcorder and shit. Nobody's asking
No.
questions.
No, Billiam. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, it's very small. Hold on.
Story of my
She
life.
said. Right. So he claims that he's this kid right here. If you can see my cursor.
I'm gonna zoom in. Okay.
He claims
fuck?
he's this kid right next to the square, the kid in the middle of
Oh.
the field. He says, "That's me." No, the red circle is supposedly Lincoln. That's why this is the famous photo.
So
He
Lincoln's
said
just
that-
in the middle of a fucking crowd. He's not like on a
no, he's
stage
just
or
in the
nothing.
middle of the crowd, like a huddle, and fucking
wow.
talking. But this guy, that guy we just watched talked, claimed that this is him when he was a kid in DARPA's Project Pegasus, where he got pulled through school into it, and Tesla's teleporter teleported him here to watch the Gettysburg Address, and that's him leaving the crowd, walking away.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I mean, he does kind of look like he's in modern clothes, or at least more modern.
Yeah, looks like cuffed jeans at the bottom to me, but that could be
like
his shoes. I don't know.
sneakers.
That, the hat. I don't know. So that that's that dude. And that's his personal story. But so that, I'm just saying that's one thing, because supposedly there's a bunch of time travel capabilities and shit. But that's one, the Tesla teleporter is one time travel possibility that people have said, multiple people, but this is a kid who claims that he saw it happen and used it himself.
Okay.
So,
Well, you know what? I mean, let's think of what it would take to come up with this, right? Like he would have seen the picture and be
talking to
like,
your
gosh,
mic more. There you go.
He's like, gosh, man, I think I got the perfect grift. I see this kid in the picture. I'm gonna be him and go out and tell all these people.
That's me.
Yeah, I don't know if that would necessarily be the case. So
I mean, I don't know.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
There, what, will you? Will you know?
You know me, and you know me. That takes a lot for me to say it. But look at the guys. Like, okay, you remember those back in the way back in like the 1600s, and we were watching the videos of
the 1600s.
we were watching the videos of the supposed time travelers, but they were only photos. But like the guy at the Tyson fight that had the fucking smartphone and shit, you know. And then there was like another one.
Yeah. So
You remember those?
I do, and I have a pic. I have one.
Okay,
but
so you got one of those because I always thought those were
Well,
pretty fucking cool. Like,
this is one I have never seen. So that was part of the thing, is that I wanted to find things that like anybody could fucking Google to see, because the concept of time travel seems insane, obviously. So you gotta make it an easy step for them, you know?
right.
You gotta make it an easy step. So anything, I'm cutting out the crazy stuff, like the absolutely out there insane stuff. This is stuff that like even mainstream shit says, you know, it could be a possibility. It's out there.
Right.
It's
I
out
love
there.
Wacky shit though. I love fucking just like the guys that blur their faces out and do the videos and shit. That shit. I fucking dig it.
You know,
I'm a time
I'm a
traveler.
time traveler. I'm a time traveler.
They garble their voice and everything like that. Yeah.
So before we go into another one for the normies about what may be an example of it happening, not normies, you know what I mean. This is one of those that you were talking about.
Okay. Cool.
I've never seen this one before, and this one, the story is, I believe, a lady. I think it's from Canada, and she was. Or no, this wasn't a lady. This was they uploaded on the internet an archive. Like somebody went through and scanned all these photos they had in the archive. They uploaded them to the public, and a bunch of people found this one and were like, what the fuck's going on here? So this is alleged to be a real photo
Okay.
from the Canadian Archive. Damn it. Well, let me grab it because it's right on us.
Okay, I remember this one.
You see that dude?
Yes.
With the fucking hoodie and the
And
sunglasses?
the sunglasses. Yes.
What is that? A newer looking camera around his neck. Or something. In his hand. What? That.
Okay.
First of all, he looks like, what's that dude's name from Scream? But wait, there's more.
Yes.
Fucking, I can't. Matthew Lillard. That's
Yes.
his name.
He does.
He looks like him. But what is up with this? So here's one of them.
Yes. So
What's
like,
going on
look-
here?
Okay. Now they've circled a few things. One that does look like a newer modern camera, but what about the one that the dude's holding that's by the car?
Let's see.
That looks like a fucking camcorder.
Yeah, it does. It looks
Don't it?
like, because like this would be the lens area, and it's in his hand. He fucking southpaw. Yeah, I don't know what that is, and I didn't even see that these were circled before. I just Googled and grabbed that picture of him because I had heard the story. But because that to me, look, how do you explain that? Unless the photo's faked, but supposedly it's been checked out everywhere, and the photo has not been manipulated, at least in any way.
I mean, they even got the shadows correct on it. You know, coming from the same direction.
Those glasses didn't exist back then. I guess you could say, oh, he added something to the sides of his glasses, and that could be like a old man sweater. But what about it looked like a printed graphic T-shirt.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a graphic tee. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Those didn't exist. When was screen printing invented? Or silk screening?
That's a good question. Let me check it out.
Probably way earlier than we think. Silk screening on T-shirts. Make sure you're specific in case. They're like, well, they used it on fucking printing presses, blah, blah, blah. I want to know. I want to know.
Basic silk screening. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
Basic silk screening dates back to China during the Song Dynasty of 960 to 1279 AD.
Never mind. We're retarded. No, but so either way, whether silk screening invented or existed
Okay, when
or
was
not.
this? When was this picture taken? Do you know?
Wait, did you make sure it was specific to printing? Because they could have made silk screens for something else.
I put it printing on T-shirts. That's why it says.
Well, I mean,
but modern screen printing
Okay.
on T-shirts began in 1960. That's why
Oh,
I
okay.
asked you when this photo was.
well, this is
because-
definitely before the 60s.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
We don't know.
Google that. You're in Google or wherever you're at. Check
Uh-huh.
what was it called? There was a name for it. Oh, time traveling hipster. That's what they
Time-traveling
called it. What year was the time traveling hipster photo taken?
What year was the traveling hipster?
That looks like 40s, 50s. I guess it could be 60s. I don't know. I wasn't alive. I'm a bad judge of that.
The famous time traveling hipster photo was taken in 1941. Okay. And it was at the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Gold Bridge, British Columbia, Canada.
Yep, Canada.
Oh, well, there you fucking go.
And when was silk screening modernized on T-shirts?
Really, it did not kick in until the 1960s.
You got a 20-year gap, and that is
Yeah.
a graphic printed tee. You can even see shading, how it's print. Like, come on.
Why people thought it was fake. Interesting. That's what they put on here. They didn't put,
That it is fake.
right, why people thought it was fake. The clothes.
Yeah.
The man stands out in a casual knitted sweater with a sewn-on sports emblem. Sewn on?
Sewn on. Really? Is that
I
what they're
don't
gonna
know.
say?
Let me get back to that. Sewn on? I don't know,
Damn
bro.
it. Put the picture. Hold on. Damn it.
That definitely looks fucking printed. But here you go. There's Google with a little twist to the words.
Come on. Sewn on?
No. Resembling an old Montreal Maroons hockey sweater rather than the heavy suits and fedoras worn by the rest of the crowd.
Come on. That is not sewn on.
The glasses he wears wrap around side shield sunglasses that looked like modern styles through similar protective eyewear that usually date back to the 1920s.
Oh, come on.
I mean, then
So
again...
he just happened to have all these things in combination. It's not that he just had a pair of sunglasses that look like they're from now that they're going to claim are from back then. It's not just that he has what basically looks like a fucking hoodie without a hood, but a zip up. It could be a button up. It could be a regular cardigan. I get it, but how it looks. And then that is not sewn on. That is not sewn on. It is not.
No. But then again, Doc Brown wore the same glasses as well, so, there's that.
Well, there you have
The camera, he holds a small, compact, portable camera, which skeptics mistook for a modern digital device.
No.
But portable folding pocket cameras were already manufactured by Kodak at the time. There's an answer for everything, isn't there?
Of course.
By
because
the
he's
way,
not a time traveler.
Let me just divulge the source.
Snopes.
It is Snopes. Yes. So there you go.
Undefeated.
Take
Snopes
it.
is undefeated with the facts, bro. That's how
Take
they
it for
get
what
you.
it's worth.
So yeah, that was a little fun with it, but I don't know. That's crazy to me. That picture's
Nah,
crazy.
I don't
But
know.
wait,
he looks like a 90s
there's
bro.
more.
He
Yeah.
looks like a 90s bro. That's I'm just leaving it like that. Like
Or
I'm,
a hipster,
right.
like it said, which looks like a 90s bro.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Seattle, your typical 90s Seattle looking dude. I don't fucking. I lived during that time, so I'm
I don't know what
I'm
a Seattle-looking dude looks like,
you
but
know what I
you
mean.
know.
Shit. That would, remember the 90s and all those fucking hipster movies and shit? There were so fucking many of them.
Yeah. Can't hardly wait.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Holy shit, we're showing our age.
Empire
So-
Records. Thank
I
you.
fucking love that movie. I don't even care,
So
bro.
good.
I don't even care. Call me old. Call me whatever you want. I love that fucking movie. It was just, it was watched for the first time at like that point in my life where shit gets burned in your brain, and the music that was in it I liked at the time, and I was like, all those girls are hot, even though she looks like a dude to me now, you know. I'm gonna cry. They
Airheads.
ruined everything. What?
Airheads is another one.
Oh, I fucking love that. I ain't farting on no snare drum. I guess it's appropriate to talk about this stuff since this is a time travel
It is a
episode.
time traveling thing. It is.
Yeah. No, there were some good ones back
Look
there.
look how things have changed in such a short amount of time, though. You know, that's fucking wild. if you
I
think about
thought
it.
we were getting past a lot of the crap. We did, actually. Like, back then, everybody was making jokes on everybody, and everybody was getting along, and the whole uptight thing was gone. The 80s mostly obliterated that because everybody was doing coke together. Let's just be honest. That's what was going on.
Shut up. Take this
So,
bump.
yeah, exactly. I don't care what color your skin is. I just care what you're putting up your nose here. But then the 90s, that's how it was. Like, skateboarding, punk music, everything crossed over. Every rap and punk and all of it was mingled together, and then everybody lost their goddamn minds.
And you remember how they were trying, like with the daytime talk shows, they were like trying to implement the you know what I mean, the race thing and the
that
devil
and
thing, the devil worship
just
thing,
gonna
all that.
say, the
Satanic
panic.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, so they were trying to do that.
Yeah, they were
But it
still
just didn't. Nobody ever gave a fuck. They
Well-
just laughed at it.
That's why they had to do 9/11.
Ah, yes.
They're like, we tried.
First with Y2K to get you riled up,
if-
and then boom.
If Sally Jesse Raphael didn't work, we got to blow up some buildings. That's the only next option. That's all we got now, man.
Crazy, dude. And
Holy
now look at
crap.
us. Ugh. Can't even
So-
call your parents mom and dad anymore. They want to change that. So I digress.
Mom and dad anymore. Fuck, man. First of all, parents have to be parents in order to earn the title of being called mom and dad. And unfortunately, a lot of parents that I see don't like. I don't care. People are gonna bitch at me and say, "You don't have kids. You don't understand." I don't give a fuck. If you let your kid bury their face in a tablet, you're a bad parent. I'm talking small children especially. I know once they get older, there's no fighting it.
Right.
It's in their lives. It's in their school. It's all that. But if your 3-year-old cries when you take away their tablet, you are a bad parent.
Yep.
It's not the technology's fault. It's your fault. I'm going to get so much hate for that. I don't even care because that's how life is. And everyone around you is thinking the same thing, and nobody has the balls to say it.
That's right.
And that's even worse than when, yes, our generation had which my mom never fucking did. I mean, sometimes, but had the, like, just plop them down in front of the TV and let them do it. No, we were forced to go outside. Like, we weren't allowed to go far. We were only allowed to really go in our backyard when we were young, but
Right.
it was outside. Go play outside. Now, I don't think, I was just talking the other day to somebody about how, like, it still amazes me, but how we used to be content just playing in our backyard for hours.
I know.
In dirt, lizards, finding animals, throwing shit at birds, which we shouldn't have been doing. Like anything. Usually getting in fights, hurting ourselves, scraping something up. But because you have brothers too,
Oh yeah.
there was always, like, you could just go outside in your backyard, which your parents probably had the fence locked, and you'd be out there for hours playing in the hose, probably eating shit you shouldn't. But we lived. Now, I I don't ever see kids going outside. We live, I don't have money, but we live in a neighborhood that has money. I never see a trick-or-treater. Never see kids playing outside.
Dead.
Never see kids playing football in the streets. I don't see
Dead.
anything. Maybe because I live in the area like this, it's a lot of business people and they're not having kids. I don't know, but I just don't see kids every once in a while. And when I do see them, they're flying by on those stupid fucking electric bikes that are going to get them killed, by the way.
How weird is it that in my neighborhood, I have one kid that plays basketball every single day by himself.
In that neighborhood?
Yeah. And I think, and because I don't see that regularly, I'm like, man, that's weird. Why isn't he inside playing video games like all the other kids? You know what I mean? Like, how fucking crazy is that?
Especially in that neighborhood, because that's a neighborhood I kind of grew up in. It was full of kids.
I know.
Full. Every day there was basketball games going on one side. In the street, shoeless football games going on my street. That's what we were always doing till I got older. Then it was skateboarding and whatever. But there was always kids. Always. Kids you didn't know you'd even see, and you lived there forever.
The park
It's
right
insane.
there, like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That was
Connected
like
to that
the
park.
fact that you were allowed to go there was like, oh, awesome. I can be like, 1,000 feet away from my house.
Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly. Go down to the park. Oh shit.
Okay.
Because the park's huge to begin with, and it was a bit to get there, so it was good. Smoked a lot of cigarettes in that park. I didn't smoke. I did acid in that park one time, actually.
You did. I
I've
can confirm that.
in that park.
Oh, yeah?
I've done all
Okay.
kinds, more than once, with more than one person. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, quite a few times. Oh, that's sad because I went to one of your daughter's birthday parties at that park also.
We didn't
All
have
the
to
way, it's all the way on the other end though.
Yeah, it's
It's
true,
all the
it's
way
true.
on the
Not the
other
same
end. We're
thing,
good.
yeah.
There's lake in between.
I think reminiscing is a form of time travel.
It is.
For the
I'm a breathing
imagination.
time machine, bro. That's what I am.
That's
I'm
awesome.
going.
Better than
Okay,
I don't
so-
remember shit.
You take your pick. There's one that I threw in as kind of a little extra in my list because it's technically not time travel, but I also find it possibly the most interesting. So do you want that other one first? Or the probably time travel, but it's a story we all kind of already know, but I didn't know about the time travel aspect until like a couple years ago. Take your pick. A or B.
Run that one. B. Let's run it.
B is the Philadelphia experiment.
Ooh, this is one of my faves.
Yeah.
I'm not
So-
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a pretty crazy one. So I can probably find a video about this real quick.
Only
For people,
because
I always forget that some people don't know. Like we do have some younger listeners, and they might not know all these things, But anyway, only because.
only because the government's involved with it, right? Like that's what makes it so intriguing to me. It's like, all right, there is that aspect where like the government's there and it's involved and it's covering it up and you know what I mean? Like I get it's the same thing with fucking Roswell and all that shit. That's what makes it intriguing.
Yeah, it
'Cause
is.
if you
It's,
just
yeah,
got a
it's
dude
another
that's
one
sit-
like that.
Yeah, if you got a dude that's just sitting there talking to somebody else, they're like, yeah, look at me in the picture. I'm a time traveler. People are like, okay, buddy. But like you get this with the government involved and everything like that, it kind of, spices it, salts it up a little bit,
Oh, shit.
Makes
I
it
forgot I have
easier to
another one
taste.
too, actually. But yes, it's the Roswell of. So me personally, maybe I'm stupid. You sound like you're way more interested in it than me. I heard about it. I knew the people being trapped in the hole and stuff. But I didn't know that it had anything to do with time travel. I thought it just had to do with teleporting.
No.
I had no clue that there was at least 2 confirmed counts of people later in time saying that it appeared in the harbor somewhere and then disappeared. I didn't know about that part.
Yes.
That's fucking insane to me.
I
So
know.
that's how this ties in. Let's see. I did find, because this is a more well-known one, I did find one video on this. So let me see if I could pull that up. And then I want to... So I didn't even watch the other video, but I looked around and was looking at a bunch of places prepping for this, and it kept popping up as the multiple people saying it in different ways, but that it was the most convincing story of time travel that they've heard. So we'll see. But okay, let me pop this up. All right, let's go. Let's see it. Roll it.
October 1943. At the
Shatner.
height of World War II,
Is
the
it?
Atlantic Ocean
Yeah.
was a dangerous battleground where German submarines frequently targeted American ships. To help protect Allied vessels, the United States Navy reportedly initiated a top-secret program that became known as the Philadelphia Experiment.
Oh, shit.
The Philadelphia Experiment is a series of secret military projects which took place in 1943 in a Philadelphia shipyard. At that time,
That's crazy
the Navy
looking.
was really interested in camouflaging its ships. The original idea that the Navy had was to
think they're doing a good
actually
job, but they're
make
trying.
the ship radar.
Oh, hold up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just doing something to try to confuse the YouTube and maybe not give us a fucking copyright hit for watching this. Even though it's a clip available
The
on your
Philadelphia
thing.
Experiment involved a U.S. Navy destroyer that underwent the most strangest of experiments.
Most strangest.
With the concept being that if the ship were surrounded by incredibly intense electromagnetic fields, could it distort our vision of it enough that it became invisible?
As
It's-
the story goes,
it's
on the
literally
30th of
invisible.
1943, government scientists wrapped a fully crewed ship named the
what he did with his hair.
USS Eldridge in a cage of electrified copper wire.
Oh, copper. See, now you're going
Began
realm
the
shit, bro.
experiment. But then, everything went terribly wrong.
Supposedly, after the switch was thrown, all hell broke loose. The ship was
Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if any of that
encased in
works at all,
fog.
but I'm doing it anyway.
Everyone was running around.
No,
the
we're
decks,
fucked, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Screaming
it's
in
alright.
panic mode.
Yeah, that's true. It's just YouTube.
No one
Fuck
knew
YouTube.
what was happening. At that point, the USS Eldridge vanished in a green mist, only to reappear in the Norfolk, Virginia shipyard,
That's crazy.
disappear again.
Well,
then,
hold on.
About 3 hours
Let me
later,
pause this. So-
reappear in Philadelphia.
What I find strange about that story, first of all, I wanted to comment that it's the green mist makes sense to me. Copper, water, oxidation immediately. It's something with that. I could get that. Why did it, if it was teleporting, if they weren't trying to teleport, if it was really just, why did it end up in a naval shipyard?
Exactly.
It could have gone anywhere. Why did it
Right.
end up there? And why did it, if it was completely accidental, how did it even end up? I assume it was in water in the shipyard that had water. If not, it wasn't just laying on the ground on its side. Like, how did
Again,
it just happen? So they
this is the
had to
part-
be.
Right. This is the
I-
part
that-
where you got to go trust me, bro, with the gun.
I never even thought about this. See, my whole entire thing on this, and I did this with a lot of shit, and I shouldn't do it, and that's why I'm glad we're playing this and going back in time, because when I first started learning all the conspiracy shit, like, I gotta, obviously, fucking gotta look at this, there was a lot of things that I had heard of so much, like seen on Unsolved Mysteries and stuff, that I just passed over because I'm like, if they're showing it on the fucking TV show, it's the least of my fucking worries.
Right.
Even though I know they're giving you a lie about it, they're shining light on it in some way. So, and this was before I fully knew that they have to tell you and they use shows like this and all that. But, so I kind of just shined over some of them. So I don't know all the details on a lot of these. So all I knew was shit teleported, came back, or disappeared. I didn't even know where it showed up, honestly, and came back, and that people were like in pieces and in the hull and stuff. That's all I knew, because I've never even seen the movie of it, and that's another thing. They made a fucking movie about it. So, but all right, so let's
That's
continue.
how you know it's real.
Yeah, I didn't know, but that strikes me as crazy in a shipyard. Come on, son. They had some
By a
coordinates
merchant
programmed
mariner
in,
called
obviously.
Carl M.
Yes.
Allen, who claims that he saw it vanish
Some
in the
nigga.
green mist before
Green mist.
returning to the same spot.
That's another thing. Hold on,
And
since
in
we're there to
Virginia.
talk about. Why do and you can go into makeup and all that. People looked different back then than they do now. People talked different back then, and not just dialect and slang in terms. The way they spoke was different. And I know it wasn't like they did on the radio, but that's one example of it. Like, look how people talked on the radio and even on TV in the beginning. But people also spoke differently back then in real life, and they looked different. It was like, I don't even know if we're in the same world.
They
man.
were raised different.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Things were carried down through generations. It's weird, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, like,
You get
the
a drop
kids
of-
turned around and are like, "Fuck you." And it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, great."
I don't know.
And you couldn't touch them. That's another thing. Back then, you beat the shit out of your kid in public. It was like that's what it was.
That's a big one to me. And again, I don't have kids, so I don't like to touch on it too much. But I do not advocate beating your children and hurting them and abusing them and punching them or slapping them across the face, especially for no reason. Like, if I had a son and he punched my wife, I'd punch that bitch, period. I would. I don't care. But once they took away a parent's right to discipline their child, it was over. Because that was the first step when they know that you can't hit them. So they know that they can try to not admit it, but that takes this much fear off the table. Because they know how much trouble you'll get in if you hit them. So then what's left is grounding. Well, now grounding gets even harder because everything in school is done on a computer, so they have to be on their computers, so you can't take their computers away. If you take their tablets and shit away, they freak out. You can't just say, go to your room like they used to back in the day. When we got grounded, because we got hit and grounded, but when we got grounded, you were fucking grounded, and that was a different world back then. Because go to your room meant there was nothing to do unless you wanted to play with your old toys from when you were a little kid. That was it. There was no TV. Most of the time, you didn't get to eat. Like, if it was just for the rest of the night, go to your room, you weren't getting dinner. You were going to go to bed hungry because fuck you. That's why. Because you fucked up and you need to learn.
Don't
And
even
guess
think
what?
about sneaking that Walkman. Don't even think about that one.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
Although we did, we tried to find ways. We didn't have
I
fucking
did until it
wireless
was in
Bluetooth.
pieces.
Yeah.
So me and my brother shared a room, and we each got one headphone, and we'd like put it behind the nightstand, and we'd like screw a screw in so it could sit on it without falling.
That's great.
And we would do that, and we would put it in our pillowcase. This is how afraid we were. In our pillowcase and
great.
listen through the pillowcase. Because back
that's so
then,
good.
it was the in-ear ones from back then, but those bitches were still that. Oh, man, I just did the thing. Those bitches were still that big.
Did the thing.
So I don't know how he knew. I don't know.
They
Boom! Fucking
always
door
know.
straight open immediately. Like he knew automatically. Came in. So he must have already found it and knew we were going to be doing it now that I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Grabbed that bitch, slammed it against the fucking wall, proceeded to find any tape we had because those were cassette tapes back then.
Yes.
Broke all of them. Those were gone. And just because we weren't allowed to listen to music, I wasn't even grounded at the time, mind you. This wasn't I was grounded. We just weren't allowed to listen to music while we were going to bed because we were told to go to bed.
That's right.
That was it. So y'all motherfuckers, kids today, have no clue. How did we get from Philadelphia experiment to this?
Well, you had said that people talk different and they, they
Oh,
dress
yes.
different, and there was a respect thing. Really,
Yes.
is what it was. You know what I mean? And they had more self-respect as
that-
well.
But he looks different to me. Like, let me see if I can go back.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I know you know who I'm talking about, but I want to see the fucking picture, bro. Damn. Can I see the picture? Can I see a picture? Oh, I fucked it up somewhere. I passed it. All right, we're just going to watch it.
He has the no-nonsense look to him, though.
Carl M. Allen,
Him.
claims
Yes.
Right
that
there.
he-
Look,
People don't look
what
like
up?
that. And I mean, he looks like he got fucking hit in the face with a frying pan. He's got cauliflower ear on the left, I think. Is he a boxer?
Yeah, but that dude, he might be. But you know what? You can tell that dude is not taking no shit.
Oh, no.
And he's
After
had his
that
nose. Look
frying
at his
pan,
nose.
He
you can
never
tell,
took anything again.
Yeah, look at his nose. You can tell it's been broken before. Like, this dude's been you know, through the ringer.
Okay, so let's see what he had to say about time travel.
saw it
Oh, yeah, that
vanish in the green mist before returning to the same spot. And then in Virginia, some people witnessed the ship appear there and vanish there as well. So what is going on here?
Do they always have to put British dudes on there? I mean, this sounds cooler, right? It sounds. Sorry.
I guess so. They sound smarter.
Yes.
Many were dead.
This
and
is the
others
dumb
were found
American
to be
guy.
embedded in the bulkhead of the ship, still alive.
Some of the crew.
If that's
seem to
true,
be
could you
almost
imagine that?
frozen in time,
Fucking
or
awesome.
Stuck.
I mean, not
within parts
but
of the
awesome.
ship and unable to actually get out.
That
Which
would mean that
seems to
they're
suggest the alleged
scrambling the molecules.
teleportation involved with the Philadelphia experiment, that it had actually
they talk
warped
about the time
space-time
travel?
itself.
Oh, here we go.
According to reports that surfaced years after the catastrophic experiment, the USS Eldridge was not only transported across hundreds of miles,
Nice.
but it also seems to have somehow traveled decades into the future.
Allegedly, the ship was actually catapulted through time and space. A completely unexpected result. Appearing at various locations like Chicago in 1969
Damn.
and Lake Mead in 1983.
In water.
Only to disappear and to continue across the time stream uncontrolled. The Eldridge just randomly skipped across time, achieving a rough form of time travel.
So yeah, I didn't know about the time travel aspect of that before.
Yeah.
What say you on that, sir?
Well, the skeptical side of me is like you say, specific places like the fucking shipyards and all that. It's like unverifiable. Now, if I want to see some videos of the people that were in Chicago that seen this shit turn up. But again, did it turn up in Lake
69? Yeah, well, I assume it showed it right on the lake, and then it said in Lake
Michigan.
Mead.
Right,
Well,
everything's
it said
all-
Lake Mead
right.
for the other one. So
All right, so
Las Vegas. Well,
again,
Nevada.
no turning up on the side of a mountain somewhere. None of that is kind of odd.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe they knew exactly what they were doing, and they're making it look like it was a mistake. There's this side of it as well. You know what I mean? Whoops, we screwed up. We didn't know what we were doing. Then they knew exactly what they were doing the entire time.
Yeah, they were testing a weapon that they were going to use on other ships and see if it would scramble all their people into the ship.
Also, we never get any like stories or sides from like the family members and stuff like that, the people that died during this. Like, what were they told?
Yeah, I wonder
You know?
if there's something on that.
Yeah, like
There's got to be. For
by
this
the
one, I
way-
would think there's got to be because it's fucking. There's
right,
a movie
there's
about
no-
it. I bet
right,
there's.
Maybe we should go watch the movie. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
Maybe I did, and I don't. I wasn't that.
Maybe
too
we'll
much
watch
into
it late night Friday night while we're chilling, waiting for
Oh, that's
Grove.
not-
See if we can
that's
get it
not a
on the
bad idea.
pay-per-view instead
And
of
you
that.
guys at home, you do it too.
Yeah, watch it and go to Grove. But
That
you
too.
won't hear this episode till Monday unless you're subscribed to phonewithpod.substack.com. Then you can hear it right after this
Truth spoken.
because I'm gonna stay up and upload it.
Truth
So I kind of want to wait on the last one and watch this most convincing time travel video first. But it's 16 minutes long, so we're gonna watch it at probably double speed, or at least maybe not watch all of it. I don't know.
Meth speed. Put it on meth speed. I'll get
Meth
it, bro.
speed
I'll get
ahead,
it.
sir.
I'll get it. I'll pick it up, bro.
All right, let's see. Meth speed.
Police were called to deal with a confused man. When they arrived, they found a young man who was scared, didn't know where he was, and was dressed in strange, anachronistic clothing, carrying a camera. Little did they know that they were possibly...
Is this the Tartaria one?
I don't know. I didn't watch this. I
Oh, you didn't
literally
watch it
just
yet?
saw the most convincing time travel video or story.
All right, go ahead.
So 2 times might be a little much. Let me put it at 1.5.
Standing face to face with an actual time traveler. The man's name was Sergei Ponomarenko, and when the police asked him for his ID, he handed it to them, and the first thing they noticed was that it was issued from a country that didn't exist anymore. The Soviet Union.
Russia. Oh, yeah.
Ukraine was, of course, part of the Soviet Union in the past, but the Soviet Union had dissolved almost a couple of decades ago at that point. So let's just say the police didn't see those IDs much anymore, especially on young people, and this guy looked like he was in his 20s. And yet his ID stated that his birth date was in 1932, and he matched the picture in the ID, so something didn't add up. When they asked him what day he thought it was, he answered April 23rd, 1958. And that's when the police said, okay, we're going to take you to a little room and you can talk to the nice doctor.
You're crazy.
Oh, come on.
We do not endorse this product.
You want me to pay for fucking YouTube? Come on, son.
So Sergei winds up in a mental
No,
hospital
we
in the care
don't.
of Dr. Pavlo Kuchikov. So the doctor played along with this whole idea, and he asked him if he could figure out or if he could remember how he
Let's
wound
see
up
if
in
we can go
2006
2
even though he thought
times.
it was 1958. And as recorded by the doctor, Sergei said, quote, "It was daytime, and I went to go for a walk in the city. I took my camera, but when I left my house, I saw a strange object that had a bell shape, and it was very strange, and it was flying in a strange way. It's difficult to explain what I was
That's
seeing.
too
It might
much.
be better to look at the photos from my camera." Dr. Kuchikov was curious, so he got a hold of the camera, and the first thing he noticed was that it was an old, rare Yashima Flex. The doctor was a bit of a photographer himself, so he recognized the brand and knew right away that this was like an antique, which is a problem because it used a type of film that hadn't been manufactured since the 1970s. You can't just take it down to the CVS to get it developed, so he called in a photography expert named Vadim Poisner. Vadim got the film out, and he was able to see from the real info that it was manufactured in 1956, but it was in perfect condition. So he developed the roll, and this is when everything just kept getting weirder. What he found on the roll were photos of Kiev, but clearly from a long time ago. All the cars, all the clothes, all the street signs, all were from the 50s. And there were photos of buildings that didn't exist anymore. And right there in front of those buildings
Damn.
was Sergei with his girlfriend at the time, out enjoying a beautiful day, wearing the exact same clothes he was found in. And the last photo on the reel, just as Sergei had suggested, featured a bell-shaped UFO. When the doctor asked him about the UFO photo, Sergei said, quote, "Now are you convinced I'm telling the truth? I so far do not understand what this object is and how something like that happened to me at the same moment when I took the picture and I went down to look at the camera and somehow I showed up in this year."
shit.
Dr. Kuchikov, being scientifically minded, hypothesized that if this was some kind of alien spacecraft, it could perhaps have flown him across the universe at the speed of light and brought him back in a split second. And due to Einstein's theory of relativity, he would experience time dilation, meaning that time would have barely passed for him, but back on Earth, 47 years would have gone by. The flight of the navigator theory, if you will. That night, Sergei went back to his room, closed the door, and was never seen again. The hospital security camera captured when he entered the room, but it never filmed him leaving. There was only one way out of this room. It was always watched, and the room windows had bars, so there was no way for him to escape without being noticed. Yeah, Sergei just pulled a Shawshank.
Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind.
Only there was no Raquel Welch poster to explain what happened to him. He was never found. No means of escape were ever found. He just vanished, leaving the police with his camera, his photographs, and a crazy mystery to solve. A mystery that just keeps getting weirder. Because they investigated the case and they found out that there was actually a Sergei Ponomarenko that was declared missing in Kiev in 1960. They also were able to track down the woman in the photograph, his girlfriend, who was now over 70 years old at this point. She told the police that Sergei had disappeared that day in 1958, but returned just a few days later, the exact amount of time that he had been in 2006. But then she claimed that he disappeared again in the 1970s, and this time he was never seen again. But years after he vanished, she received a strange photo in the mail. It was from Sergei, and according to the note he wrote on there, the photo is from 2050. It shows an older mustachioed Sergei with Kiev in the background, only in this photo, the skyline is full of skyscrapers. He also said in the note that he would be back soon, which, for whatever reason, didn't happen. The story of Sergei Ponomarenko has gone down in internet lore as possibly the most well-documented case of time travel in history.
But
You know, now might be a good time to introduce you guys to Woo Woo Alarm 2.0. Quick shout out to the video where I put on the Woo Woo Alarm for almost a full minute and people went ape in the comments. Yeah, okay. That's enough of that. Look, it's a great story, okay? I totally get why it became such an urban legend. The problem is, everything that I could find on this, all the images that you've seen throughout this video, they all tie back to one TV show. It was a show called Aliens that aired on a Ukrainian channel called 1+1 in 2012. There were 10 episodes total. The episode that tells this story is the third episode. It's titled Time Traveler. It's an entire series about different stories of alien abductions and stuff. Other titles include Alien Abductions, Levitation Effect, Phantoms, and Crop Circles. And the show actually featured a disclaimer at the beginning that translates to, quote, "The Alien series aims to restore scenes of controversial topics. Any theory or hypothesis proposed cannot be considered to be correct, and further scientific research is required. All scene restorations are based on the statements of witnesses. There's no conclusive evidence to prove the existence of aliens. Your opinion on this issue is up to you." So yeah, the show itself says any theory proposed cannot be considered to be correct.
okay, that doesn't mean
Well,
anything to me
History
though.
Channel. And it's also careful to point out that these are scene restorations. So all these images of Sergei that keep showing up on every website and every video that talks about this story, those are all recreations. This is not real interview footage. Which
Of course not.
kind
I
of
knew
feels
all
obvious
that.
to me, but I guess I spend more time around cameras than most people. And besides, there's a few pretty glaring details that are wrong in this episode. For example, the security camera footage displays the time as Tuesday, April 23rd, 2006.
Yeah, I don't care
but if you pull up
about
the calendar
any
app on
of
your
that
phone, you'll see that
stuff.
April 23rd, 2006 was actually a Sunday. Others have pointed out that the ID card that you see on the show has a seal of the Communist Youth League stamped on it, but it's not the actual seal from that time period. I'm sure the art director was good, but you can never beat the internet. And then there's that picture from 2050. It has buildings copied and pasted all over it, and I'm pretty sure that's the Empire State Building. So minor Photoshop. But the point is, those are recreations. Again, the show says it right up at the beginning. Fine. But according to the story, there was an ID, there were photos, there was a recorded interview. So where are the real ones if they exist? All I can say is that my writer Jason and I, we searched all over the place and we couldn't find him anywhere. Nor could we find any actual police records, no other media reports, and I couldn't find anything on any of the key figures like Dr. Pablo Kutrikov or Vadim Poisner. Granted, some people don't have much of a web presence and there's definitely a language barrier here, but yeah, I couldn't find anything. Now, I don't know anything about this show. If you're in Ukraine and you know something about it, please feel free to educate me and everybody else in the comments, but it comes across like one of those History Channel type shows where they take some urban legend and then dramatize it. Like, I feel like this is just basically a good piece of creepypasta that the producers ran across and decided to run with, and they did a great job. Let's face it, they did a great job. It has taken on a life of its own. The credits list the scriptwriter is Konstantin Kovragan, the director is Vladimir Rybis, and the producer is Alexei
That's the
Labat,
thing.
and
I
executive
need
producer
to
is
know
Oleg Rosna,
if
who owns the station.
any of it was proven. That's the thing.
Right.
Sounds like a cool story, but
It does.
that's about all.
I mean, dude, the YouTuber did his due diligence as far as he could online. You know,
Yeah.
but it's like he said. You know, not everybody has a huge online presence.
Yeah. Especially now that there's war going on there.
Oh yeah. Let's not forget
Right.
about that. Maybe that's what caused the war. It was this guy.
Oh my god, they were fighting over him. His cardigan. It was the aliens, bro. No,
Fucking
so
aliens.
this one I find
It's okay, dude. You can say it.
no, I find it intriguing. I think
Really?
there might be something to this one. Not because this is not the time travel one. This is the time viewing one.
Oh. Okay. So
viewing
is this like
time.
Looking Glass kind of stuff?
Kind of, but the opposite. It's you can only look back.
Okay.
So, it's called the chronovisor.
Yes, I've heard that.
Chronovisor. Yeah, and it's supposedly the Vatican has it. But like so the way that it supposedly works is that which I don't know. So it was supposedly created by some monk who met a Catholic monk, though, a Benedictine monk or something like that. Like, I don't know how all that works, but monk is in his title. And he was working with one of the people that are at the Vatican that are high up in the sciences, which I can't even imagine what those people get to see. Oh, my God. Can you imagine that crap?
Especially
Dude,
what's under the Vatican. I mean,
Yeah, and that's supposedly where this thing's locked away, under the Vatican. That's one of the tales, along with the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh yeah, that part.
But so supposedly, let me see if I can remember the story. It was like he went to work with him, and they were dubbing old recordings of Gregorian chants onto something, whatever the new technology was at that time, cassette, I don't know, but they were dubbing it over, and one of them thought they heard their dad's voice. I don't remember if it's the monk dude or the science guy he was working with. I don't remember, but one of them thought they heard their dad's voice, but their dad was dead at the time that this recording happened. So they got this idea that maybe the energy from that person was, because it's a magnetic strip of tape or whatever, it was imprinted on there or whatever. So they got this idea, which this is why I find it possible. I'm not saying I believe it's true. I'm saying I find it possible because it works on the premise that all energy is constant. So that's kind of the way that I believe if ghosts are real, that's generally what they are. The energy was imprinted so hard in one space that it reenacts itself for eternity because it was so much energy. But so that's kind of how this works, is that energy is constant. It's like radio waves, I guess. They're always bouncing around, and if you can pick up on those, that you can see, like watching on a TV, things from the past. So the way they described it, though, and of course they're very, because this was like a big thing. Like the dude, until his death, claimed it was true. He said it was. He could have fucking lived an easier life, I'm sure, if he didn't, because he got a bunch of shit about it. But anyway, They claim that they used different kinds of metal, some rare metals, and like what kinds they won't tell you. Different kinds of metal. That's all I know. And that's what it was. It would basically pick up on residual energy, and that you could watch things and hear them from the past.
Okay.
Which is fucking crazy. But so I don't know. What do you think, bro? Oh, first, before you answer, let me add. I forgot it wasn't just 2 people that were working on it. Once they decided we're going to build this thing, they brought in like 14 people or something like that. A lot of people. One of them was Werner von Braun. That's why I forgot to mention that part. He was one of them.
Ah, shit.
So, now you can answer.
The other one Walt Disney? I mean,
No. So, yeah, what do you think, bro?
why has Werner von Braun got his hands in fucking everything, dude?
Because he can see the past, bro. I don't know. He must have been a really smart dude, or just a really all around cool guy, man.
Maybe the Nazis did figure out time travel.
Maybe they did. There's speculation that they did, but if they did, then why didn't they win the war, bro? They could go back and fix when they killed Hitler clearly in the bunker.
Again, we're relying on what his story is. You know, we were told by this country was told by its news organizations that
my country 'tis of thee. Okay.
Sweet land of shittery, bullshittery.
I see what you did there, and I like it. No, so anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I do that.
No, but I was saying we were told by our media sources of the way the war went doesn't necessarily mean that it went that way. You know.
Yeah.
I don't believe he died in a bunker. Just saying. But I digress.
Argentina's beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, that's what they say. So, but this Von Braun guy, I mean, come on, dude.
Got his little mitts and everything, huh?
And the way he came over was Operation Paperclip. Everything's an operation. Everything's a fucking experiment. Everything is, you know what I mean? Like, why can't it just be common knowledge? Why does it have to be some sort of secret shit?
Yeah. That bothers me a lot, especially when I think about the fact this is so hard because they've lost along the way that they work for us. Mm-hmm. Now, it used to be full government transparency and the people had privacy. It's gone the complete opposite way. We're not allowed to see anything about the government. We don't know what's going on at all. They have all these black budget projects, all these things, but yet they're peering more and more and more into our lives every single day. So, the upside down, bro. As above, so below.
So what would be the benefit of being able to peer into the past? Unless you had an agenda, right? Perhaps to alter the story?
Yeah.
Because you can't physically, right? Am I wrong? Or as far as we know, you can't physically go into the chronovisor. And
no, with this, it's simply viewing. It's only picking up on residual energy. So technically, it's not time travel at all.
Right.
It's finding a way to pick up radio signals, basically, of past events.
Right.
But I think you're overlooking one little thing about this.
And what's that?
If you could pick up on any frequency to pick up any past event, right? Anything. What is the past? When I just asked that question, that was the past for now.
Right. As far as we can
if you could
conceive it,
look
yes.
in the past, any government that makes any deal in a back room, you could immediately go look at the past that just happened. That's the present, really, but it's the past now. If you could see anything in the past, You could see everything in the past. There would be no more secrets, no more lies, no nothing.
But here's where this isn't like a super intelligent computer that you can type it in and say, I want to go here. Pa, 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 pa. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it becomes, that's where there's got to be more to it, because allegedly they do have that ability, because the claim was that they but they witnessed the crucifixion of Jesus. They witnessed the downfall of Rome. Like, they could look at these specific events.
Right,
so if that's
like
possible.
Looking Glass, but
yeah, but couldn't Looking Glass only look forward?
No, as far maybe Looking Glass is the one that gives you alternate realities
all the possibilities of the future and the most likely. This would look back. It'd be the complete opposite. And supposedly they could. I mean, that's the story. I'm not saying any of this is true.
It's like you said, this one sounds so convincing because of how organic it is, right? And it relies on these organic materials to make this happen.
It relies on something that I feel could be physically possible, because you're not transporting anything through time. And the biggest problem I always had... Sorry, go ahead.
How would one tell it to show them a specific
I don't
day?
know. There would have to be an interaction to where you would be able to tune these metals to a certain frequency.
Sort of supernatural aspect to it.
Yeah, that too. It would have to be that each time had its own frequency in some way, and it would have to know if it wasn't supernatural.
Right, so they can figure it out. They started to figure, okay, this looks like the, whatever times, and this looks like the 1500s, and this.
Or even if it's like tuning a fucking dial. Like, I'm here. Oh, here.
Yeah, now let me go back. Yeah, so we.
Yeah, but then geography. How do you get geography down, too? How do you pick up
yes, thank you.
A thing from a specific place.
Yes.
That would have to be supernatural then.
Yeah, because it's.
But so here's the only thing before we wrap this up here, because unless you got more of time travel stuff, I think that's all I got. Here's the one thing that makes it kind of seem a little weird is that allegedly, again, and of course, some places say yes, some places say no. That's what would happen in real life if it really happened. Allegedly, the Vatican put out a decree at some point saying that anyone using any technology to peer on the past will be excommunicated. Now, they claim, the ones that say it's not true, is that they claim that it means like recording devices of confessions or something like that. But that's pretty fucking broad terms to put it in. Again, I can't read the thing because they claim it's an internal thing, and then these people claim it doesn't exist. But they do admit that there was a thing, but they claim that it was because of recording confessions and sharing them, and that's why it meant peering in on, like spying in. But to me, if there's any kind of wording in that way at all, that would definitely mean something to that, because, like, priests don't already know and people don't already know that you're not allowed to fucking record a confession. Come on, you didn't need to put out a decree for that. People knew that. If this was put out in any wording, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it sounds like they don't want you looking in to see where Father Dublin was touching that little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when and where did it happen?
Where Father Dublin was bubbling or whatever. I don't know.
Dublin was dabbling.
Yeah, there you go. That's disgusting. Way to fucking put a terrible spin on it. But yeah, I mean, it would, if that was real, there would be no more secrets, because if you could put anything in and see it anytime, anywhere that's happened, just because it's the past is 2 seconds ago,
like
man.
The exact moment that the Catholic Church sold its soul to Satan. They definitely don't want you to see that.
Yeah, you don't want that handshake.
Sorry, Jonah.
Fiery handshake.
J.K. Jonah.
He's gonna be like, no, dude, they did. I like the old Catholic Church. I'll tell you, he doesn't like the church now. He's got it. But so yeah, what's your conclusion, dude?
My final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, what? No, just what do you think? I'm not saying final thoughts like we have to shut it down right this second. I was just saying that's all I had. What do you think about time travel? Or are there
you know
any
where
others?
I'm going with this?
I don't know if I do.
It's like this for the same reason why I think the government aspect is so neat. It's
intriguing.
thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. For that same exact, it's the fucking government. There's always an agenda. There's always a story. There's
Always.
some sort of, you know what I mean? Like, they got to make shit up. Like, what were they really doing with the Philadelphia experiment? You know what I mean? Like, is that more of like MK Ultra shit? You know, look how long it took them to admit that was real.
Well, apparently they still don't fully admit it's real. They say that it's a hoax and it never really happened officially, I think.
Oh,
I
but
don't
didn't they
know,
have Bill
unless
Clinton
they
come
went
out and
back.
apologize for it
Oh,
and shit?
wait.
Remember that?
Wait, was that?
Yeah, we're sorry for. I'm sorry
okay.
for MK Ultra.
I remember he apologized for Tuskegee, but I didn't know he apologized for the Philadelphia thing too.
Yeah, no, I'm not Philadelphia experiment, but yeah, you know, them shooting fucking AIDS and
Oh yeah.
all that shit into.
Oh, you were just speaking in general. I thought you meant
Right.
about the
No,
people
but that's what I'm
of
saying.
the
So, like-
Philadelphia experiment. Sorry.
What the Philadelphia experiment could have been something completely different, but they're like, let's come up with this crazy fucking story. You know what I mean?
They could have done that. They could have just been trying to teleport and it went awry. They could have been.
Okay, I have a question. Is it available for public consumption? Has that been let out for?
Has what been?
Has it been declassified?
But the records, FOIA, have they been put out? I don't know.
I haven't heard of that.
I'd have to look it up. I do zero prep for this podcast, bro. You should know that.
Hold on. I'm gonna look right now.
No, because I don't want to know the official story. But I mean, I do right now. But that's why, you know. I want to hear what's his name explain time travel. What's his name? That's his name. What the fuck is that dude's name? The speak and spell guy in the wheelchair.
Well. Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank too. This is fucking crazy. Why can I not think of his name?
Stephen Hawking.
Thank you.
That's it. Hawking?
No. The Philadelphia experiment has not been declassified.
Well.
Because the U.S. Navy maintains it never actually happened.
There you go. So the whole
There's
entire
nothing to
thing.
declassify. Since official military records show the entire story is an urban legend and a hoax originating from letters.
Boat wasn't even there. There was no boat there. So there's no records at all even saying that there was a boat out there that day, right?
That's what they're saying, that this was the hoaxer was a man named Carl Allen who used the alias Carlos Allende, wrote bizarre letters to a UFO researcher in 1955. He claimed that in 1943 the destroyer escort USS Eldridge was teleported from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia and back, causing madness or physical merging of the crew and the ship's metal.
Madness. Just flat out madness, bro.
Naval Archives and historical commands have repeatedly searched records and found zero documentation.
So there's nothing at all. They're claiming nothing happened. Is that like let's take that road for a second, right? Do you think that's possible? Do you think it was an urban legend and that because what other proof do we have? Was he really the only witness?
As far as
what about
I know,
the people who said they saw the boat appear in the shipyard? What about
Yeah,
there were supposedly medics brought on?
Right. Again.
They made a fucking movie about it. Something, not saying that means it's real.
There is such thing as disinfo agents. They paid people to go out and put out disinformation. That's what I'm saying. We don't really know what the Philadelphia experiment was actually, what it actually was. You know,
that was the experiment to see if they could get an urban legend to start.
There you go. It could be just something as stupid as that, or another psyop. Gee,
love
like they
this
don't do
world.
psyops on us anyway.
I love this world, dude. It's so great.
It's crazy, dude. Like, but I mean, this one I always love this story because it's so fucking. It's just. Oh, like
It gets you. I gotta watch the movie. I've never seen it.
I used
gotta
to
watch
be
it.
big into time traveling and UFOs and all that shit. We both were. We know.
Yep.
And it's like that. You asked me what I think of time travel, and honestly, if I have to fucking narrow it down, it kind of goes right into the same drawer as a UFO thing. Like I feel like at the end of the day, it may just be another government psyop thing.
Yeah, but it could be. But the idea of time travel, I think, is older than our government.
Do you think you can fold space time?
No, that doesn't
Okay.
exist.
Okay.
So no, I
Okay,
personally
well-
don't really think time travel is possible. I know I shouldn't be saying that as Ted from Bill and Ted, but I can't reckon in my head how it's possible. I don't know. I think maybe viewing. I don't think the future, again, because it hasn't happened yet. So if you can view the future, that means that nothing we do matters.
Right,
If you
it'd be all
can travel to the future, that kind of means nothing we do matters because nothing's happened yet. I guess in that you could argue that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think it's possible. If anything, it would be possible backwards to go back in time. I don't see I see the personal gain in that just to go back, just not be in this world. But, I don't see where there's much gain. You could go back and change stuff. Never mind. Butterfly effect. But I don't know if that would happen either. I don't know. I don't see how there's definitely not a way in my mind to, scramble someone's particles and then they reappear in a future date. And that's where they are.
No, for real?
And
You're breaking my heart, Ted.
man, every time I see a movie about time travel, I pick apart every inconsistency in it. Like that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't work
What
because
about
this
all those videos
and that-
of the portals and stuff? Those look real when people
Yeah.
are walking through the portals and they go to a beach.
Those
and
are for
somewhere.
sure real.
Okay.
For sure. They're just not time travel. They're going to a different dimension, bro. It's different.
Okay.
I believe interdimensional travel would be
A little more
believable than time travel, honestly. But there could be a different dimension that's just like a different time, bro. I don't know. But
Starts getting hairy and it starts getting into science fiction where it's like that's where I butt heads, bro. Like the science fiction that we're told is truth, To this day, we're still told.
Here we are in science fiction land.
I mean, for Christ's sake, a rocket just hit the moon, bro. Elon just shot a rocket at the moon. How fucking crazy is that?
That's not what happened, bro. Quit lying. That's not even allegedly what happened.
Dude, how crazy is that? We're getting legends in real time. They just come and they go. It's like the quickest legends ever.
That's
Remember that
fucking
time
crazy.
when the rocket hit the moon? Oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
It's like
and
it's already gone. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Nobody cares about anything anymore. It's information overload. They're
That's right. What a perfect time to sell
aliens.
the two left shoes.
You know what I think's crazy? In 48 hours from right now, we'll be in Wildwood, Florida, getting ready to do Bro Grove.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about time travel. When you guys listen to this, I'm going to go back in time to Wednesday night.
Excellent.
Hell yes, brother. All right, so that's our time travel episode, guys. I'm going to go get some sleep because I got to rest up for this weekend party. Don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com where you get all our episodes. You get early access to all of them. They're there. I mean, if you subscribe, paid subscriber. If not, you get them Monday with everybody else. But you get bonus content. You get everything there. All of it's there, uncensored, uncut. They don't let us not post anything. Nothing disappears. We have full control over what is up on there. Go check that shit out. Check out our merch store. We got a lot of cool shit there. We got some stuff.
And if you go to Bro Grove, you'll have a chance to buy them there as well. Not the physicals, but you can
Purchase them.
purchase them. in
you
such
can
a way.
purchase them. Okay. Yep, check it out. And go to canambullion.com for all your gold, silver, platinum, coins, bars, bullion. It's up today. It could go up a lot. It could go down. Put it in there and buy it, but it'll never historically drop. Silver, all metals, especially I always talk about silver because that's what I buy, because that's what I can afford. But if you got the money, gold has gone up forever, and it's going to continue to go up.
We are in a golden age. So
I did hear Daddy T say that, so
yes,
it's got to be
definitely
true.
want gold for the golden age.
You do want that. So yes, please check that out. As always, we appreciate you guys listening. Bill, you have anything to say before we wrap up?
Oh man, Bro Grove, gonna see the boys. It's gonna be fucking fantastic.
It's gonna be monumental. I'm gonna arm wrestle somebody.
Can I ask these questions?
No, you may not.
No question asking in Bro Grove.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you liked the time travel talk. We'll be back next week. We got live stream Saturday.
Please comment about time travel or how fucking retarded
tell us
you
what
think
you
we
guys think. Tell us what you think. We love the comments we get on Spotify. We probably get more comments on Spotify than everywhere else. So, comment.
Where's our
Spotify.
subscribers, bro? Where's our subscribers on the stack? Leaving comments.
Yeah. Oh, on Substack too, we got some. There's not a lot. People don't leave a lot of comments there, but we're there. We're there to look at them. We're there to read them. Check it out. Leave comments. Good night, everybody. Love you. Peace.